But tonight, I just really quick, I want to, you know, so people, I had this question, and I can't. Well, I guess I could say it the way it was asked, but I'm going to say it this way. I'm going to leave out some words, some really bad words, but a crinkled face and why do you do this? And then I always chuckle because people always say, they ask me that all the time. Why would you do that? And I think it's a great question for all. I mean, if you're thinking about doing this weekend, I mean, or if you're already in, or if you're on a fence, listen. Don't we all want to know where we are, and where we stand, and don't we want to push a limit? I don't know. I mean, do you want to exist or live? I mean, isn't there something that happens, a transformation? I don't care where you're running or what you're doing with your distance or this, that, but if you're pushing a limit, don't you? I think that's cool. Don't you think that's cool? Doesn't that help you? First of all, doesn't that transcend in other parts of your life? The fact that you can overcome certain things. I said it in a post earlier this week, or earlier in the run, rather, that limits are, I think I actually posted it today. See, I'm having trouble figuring out I think it's Monday. And I don't even go that far. This is what's so badass about this sport, is that we picked a number. I didn't even have a number. And I just started run. But we pick these arbitrary things, and we just start out, and then you figure where's the limit, and then you break through it, and then where's the next one, and then you break through it. And this is why we're doing this. I mean, if you're thinking about doing this or you're not in yet, get in this thing, because I just think if you're in this group, you want to know. You want to know something. You want to know something about yourself, or there's something about watching other people suffer, which is cool too, I suppose. But don't you guys want to know what your mind and body can take before one of them buckles? Now, I want to get into this, but it's just and that's different for everybody, and it's different in no matter what event you're in personally, and that limit can change. And doesn't it just intrigue you to try and figure that out? Doesn't it make you want to know? And why? I want to know. I knew Brett Marley was going to say I want to know. Dude, you are I can't say it. You're badass, but I dig it. And that was good loop we had. I really enjoyed that. We got to know. We got to know. And the thing is, it could be this high one time, and then go back to here, and you're like, oh, I'm failing. No. And then this time it goes here. You have to know. We chase it. It's like a drug. This is like a drug. And I don't want people that you're a masochist. We're all masochists. We're all masochists. But I want to watch everyone. Brett, stop drinking. I can tell you're drinking. There's something about that, finding that. I don't care even if it's not running. If you can't relate to that here, then that's okay. But you're in this group for a reason, and you're inviting people in this group for a reason. Maybe there's some other aspect of your life that you have to find a limit at, that just intrigues you, that you have to get to a certain spot. And for me, it's mind and body. That's why I love what we do. But it's that we chase it. It's the essence of living. We're living. We're not existing. People just exist. You see them all day long. They're walking through life. They're driving through life. You sit in a car, watch them go by you. They're zombies. They've never tested anything, mentally or physically. And that makes me sad. I mean, it doesn't matter. Failure doesn't exist here. Failure doesn't exist here. Not in my endurance. We find break points, and we learn from them. And we sit down, and we pick each other up, and then we find the next break point. Because I don't care if you're doing 100K, if you're doing 100 miler, if you're doing 200 miles, if you're doing a marathon, there's some level where you break. And I chase that. And I think you guys chase that. And if you're thinking about chasing it, chase it with us. There's a quote I use. It's out of a song from a band I like. Pretty sure you can figure it out. part of this audience says, we are eternal, pain is an illusion. And that's so true. We are energy bound by flesh. Our energy doesn't understand all the things that's happening there on the road with our stride and this length and that length and my feedback from my data. Just fucking run, man. Just feel it. Go feel the pain and transform yourself into something better than you just were. That shit I dig. And pain is the elixir. That's the thing. I mean, it's the wall that you go through, which is why, because when you come out the other side, and everybody that knows, everybody that's been part of something that it hurt, and you come out the other side and you did something you didn't think you'd do, you know how damn good you feel. I mean, that's just everything. When you feel that post-run race thing, where you just sit back and your head is just like there's I can't even explain it. There's a level you hit mentally, you just smile, and it's like this total peace overcomes you. I chase it. It's like a drug, and you can find it when you do events like this. You can find that, and it doesn't matter. We don't care. No, first of all, I put down 100K. I think that gets blown away. It wasn't like, part of what I did wasn't even about that. It wasn't even about trying to post something that people couldn't be or whatever. I didn't even have a number. I just figured, well, I want to go out and do something more than I did. And I did it, And I thought, well, 100K is pretty nice round number. Might as well, and the legs were, look, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, right, Swami? I mean, I could have gone probably another couple of, I don't know. The point of that wasn't to put like this huge number. That wasn't the point. Was to just go do it, feel the pain again. I wanted to feel. I hadn't felt the pain in a while, so I had to go feel the pain. And I really, 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 really enjoyed that. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter. Like I said, if to bring that thought full circle, which is hard for me right now to complete sentences. Because you're wiped out. It's like the days after really, really very cool. You have more in you than you think. I don't care what you're doing. You have more in you than you think. So go do it. Stop talking about it. Stop thinking about it. And go feel pain. And if you get to 2 loops and that's it, okay. If that's if that's your break point, that's where you break. Now you have some benchmarks, and now you go to the next. And we're all here to cheer you on and pull you along. And so I just dig that. For me, to answer that question that was originally asked, why do I do this? I want to grow mentally and spiritually, and there's nowhere I find that other than this kind of shit. Maybe at the beach, doing this kind of shit, because the beach is that's badass for me. That's one of my special deals. But outside of that, you transform your mind and body, because when you lay down that night when you're done and you think, that was pretty badass. There's not a lot of people who can say they just, you know what I mean? But even outside of comparing yourself to others, it's, you set out and break through walls and continue to break through walls, and then you start thinking, I don't have any limits. And we are limitless. We have just been told we can't. Think about it. But what's the first word we learn? No. Right? First word you teach your kids, no. Your pet, everything's negative. No. I'm here to tell you, yes. Go get it. Go find your limit and get over it. I said in another post I made that your truth can change. Your truth changes by your effort. And so change your truth. If you're on the fence about this, come on. We're all here. We're gonna have a hell of a time. I know. Look, it hurt, and I'll get into all this other stuff Wednesday. I did some good things. I did some bad things. I appreciate the support. That's the other thing I want to say real quick tonight. I appreciate all support. All people chiming in. I appreciate Brett coming out, Matt coming out. But what a weekend. So I guess I wanted to get on here and just real quick, just I had to answer that question because I think there's some people that resonates with in this group, and I think it's some people maybe that are thinking about what we're doing and aren't sure. Be sure, just find your 6.2. Let's go.